So the very first ride, we just took a general ride. And then the second one was that coffee place that I was telling you about. And so what I did is I researched the history of the building, and I found out about the man who kind of ran the place. So it was his company. So we did a little tour from that building to like his family home, talked about his family, and we ended in the cemetery where he's buried.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I did a bunch of rides like that where we'd pick a building that was like seemingly abandoned, and then I'd find out the story behind it. And it was really interesting because when you started looking at the history of people in Baton Rouge, and this is the same story that plays out all over the country, the majority of people were living, working, and dying within a 3-mile perimeter. You know,
Wow.
it's like this short little area, especially small business owners. They would generally set up their businesses pretty close to wherever they lived, if not within the same building. You know, Spanish Town Grocery is a great example of that. That's a building that the upper floor was for the family to live there so they could run their business down below. And a pretty common story. So we learned a lot about that. But like right now, we're doing a lot of stories related to the natural world around us. So hence the River Institute. The river was super high this year. So we did all these rides along the river, talking about the river levels. Well, let's go to the River Institute and find out more about why the river is so high and what's going on with the river. And then we had another ride where we went to the garden district and we talked about the little pollinator gardens and their impact and what's happening with them. And so yeah, we'll do everything from, you know, older history and we'll talk about, you know, various things, movements that have happened in town, events and places, to nature and the natural world around us.
Are you doing a ton of research before these rides? Yeah.
Yes, a ton. But I'm a former journalist, so I spent the bulk of my career, 20 years of my career in Baton Rouge as a journalist, and so I love to research. It's kind of the thing that I geek out on, along with equipment in the studio.
Right.
You know, it's fabulous. Anyway, so I love doing research, and so this is just fun for me. And that's why I started when I was in media.